peaceful business. And it's for our favor.
Get ourselves lined up here.
Is there any chance you can say talking Spanish as well?
We could do it.
In both Spanish? Okay, thank you so much.
We need John Bolton here, though.
Okay, let's start. Let's actually.
John, quickly.
Okay, where do I go?
Somewhere where they can see.
Thank you. And thank you for not John, both you're blocking our way. Who knew that he was coming?
Thank you for coming. My name is Medea Benjamin with Code Pink. We'll also be hearing from Brian Becker with the Answer Coalition, and we're available for individual interviews afterwards. We also have Gail Murphy, who's been in the embassy for a long time and just left, if you want to talk about what life is like inside. And I think we'll do this in English, and then we can do some in Spanish afterwards for those who want. So let's start out with Brian Becker from the Answer Coalition.
My name is Brian Becker. I am the National Director of the Answer Coalition. We're here today. We'll be gathering again tonight for a large-scale mobilization, and again Friday night between 6 and 8 p.m. And on Saturday at noon, there will be a very large-scale demonstration right here from people who are supporting those inside who are part of the Embassy Protection Collective. What we are witnessing today is the most brazen act of lawlessness by the Trump administration. The Vienna Convention, Article 22 and Article 25 explicitly prevent and prohibit a U.S. government or any government from seizing the diplomatic compound of another government. What we see here is an illegal seizure or attempted seizure by Venezuela's embassy, by the State Department, using Juan Guaido supporters who have acted in the most thuggish, I would say fascistic and violent way as proxies to drive peaceful people who are inside the embassy at the invitation of the lawful owner of this building. There is only one owner of the building, and that is the government of Venezuela, a government recognized by the United Nations. Last night, as an attempt to both starve and now find other methods to force these people who are inside lawfully outside, the D.C. government and PepCo, the utility company, and the Secret Service cut off the electricity. Is this the way it will be?
And the water.
No. Is this the way it will be, where the U.S. government, using utility companies, shut down the electricity of embassies? Can you imagine the cascading impact? Can other countries do this to U.S. embassies? Can they say, well, Nancy Pelosi is the president of the United States, and we'll seize the U.S. embassy, or we'll shut off its electricity, or shut down the water? I mean, this is lawlessness. The Vienna Convention is designed to protect all countries, all governments, and all diplomats. And the Trump administration, acting on behalf of the most aggressive elements, is engaged. This is what's going on. I'm going to go over this. You see these people right here? Are you violating the law? Are you violating the law? Are you violating the law? We're having a press conference right here. You see we're having a press conference? This is how these people are. They come over, they take horns, they drill them directly into people's ears, they push them, they shove them, they break security cameras. These people have been acting in a lawless way with the support of the U.S. Secret Service. This is a brazen act of lawlessness on the part of these people. This is the new government of Venezuela? Not necessarily. See how with the Juan Guaido supporters. This is how they function. This is how they act. Just like this.
Trespassers!
Bueno,
Dictator. You support a dictator. You support a dictator. You support a dictator. You support a dictator. You support a
May I speak for a moment? I'm the manager of this ship.
We are the real Venezuelans, not you guys.
But I cannot have people harassing anyone inside this.
We are the real Venezuelans, not you guys.
You cannot harass her in here.
Actually, I appreciate that, and for that, I'll tell my people not to do that right now.
I really appreciate that.
I do
Thank you.
appreciate it. Because you know that she's in the wrong. And we're just standing for the right side of the system.
Yeah, no one can be in here harassing anybody. So no matter what the issue is, no matter what your opinion is.
You barged in here,
Manager is right there, and he's asking you to go back.
Communist people.
I'm a customer of Baked and Wired, and I'm not a communist like you.
Could you do me a favor and do it in front instead of inside? Because this is still kind of creating a disturbance.
Well, we'll be done real quick. If we're outside, then we'll
Can you please press over this way? This way, because I need a path by the counter for any customers who want to buy things.
Yeah. Okay, so you've just seen part of the aggression that we have been dealing with all week long. It's taking off the electricity for the people inside. It's cutting off their food and their medicines and any other vital supplies. We have elderly people in there. We have people with disabilities inside. This is like a state of siege. And I am really amazed that the Secret Service is not protecting us, that the D.C. government is not doing anything about this gross violation of the citizens of D.C. who are inside and outside. Y lo voy a decir en español también.
Can you describe what's going on?
You can. These people barged inside of Baked and Wired, their bakery close to the embassy. They're not respecting private property, just like they can't respect the Venezuelan embassy. Now they're taking up a coffee shop to do their press release. This is crazy. They're blocking the way for customers to buy all this delicious stuff. I'm a paying customer of this establishment. It's fine. I think you need to focus on what
They have entered Bacon Wire. They entered Bacon Wire and they allowed them to do the press in there. They're terrified.
Que pongan la luz, que dejan la gente entrar y salir, que dejan que comida entra y que buscan una solución pacífica a este problema. Desde el momento que llegamos aquí,
Cameras, I need a space here for customers.
That's crazy. I mean, we should all leave, right? Including them.
Why are you focused on recording us? The press release is over there.
I'm trying to get both sides. Can you just tell me from your perspective what's going on?
More COVID people coming in to take
They're not buying anything.
This is private. Are you buying
They're not buying anything. They're not buying anything.
Because I can show you my receipt of what I bought.
And I need a path clear right here for any customer.
Did you catch that? He told me I should go to hell. Did you catch that on camera? Yesterday I was called a rich bastard. Is that on camera too? Okay.
You're the ones who call people names, if you know it. You're the ones who insulted me. You said, your people said I was.
Oh, if you don't stop right now. Thank you.
They told me I looked old and I was dead, and they hoped I would die. I said we are all going to die, and then they said I hope you die soon. That's your people.
I did not.
You guys speak nonsense.
I did not. I'm going to respect the manager. He asked me to be quiet. I'm here. I'm just standing here.
You need to stop right now. Turn around or I will ask you to leave. Thank you.
I'm being quiet here, my little.
Okay. Can you not stand in front of the door, please? Thank you.
I bought breakfast here every day for 10 days.
friends who are here, please. Thank you.
If you want to make friends, be nice to us because we're being harassed. We'll come back here.
I know, and I told them to stop harassing you too.
Thank you.
But
They just called me and told me to come cover this.
Great. I think it's
I
great.
didn't even know you were over here.
I'm glad you learned it.
I'll be back here. Don't worry about it. We just had to get
On the people who are outside that say they want to improve the livelihood of the day. But they want to turn off the electricity. People inside have no food, and they were cheering last night as the electricity were turned off, as if that were a great victory.
Jenna, hey.
Can you explain what happened to you?
Oh, and I want to talk about the aggression that happened. I have been sharing the aggression because I have lasers that they've been shining in my eyes every night. I have damage in my ears for having heard what you just heard out there, the constant sirens and the horns in our ears. I have damage to my shoulder, to my shooting pain that goes down here into my neck from having been beaten by a man because I was trying to deliver food. And I am just one person. We have had so many people in our team that have been attacked every time we approach the embassy to try to deliver food, which is a human right. And I'm sick and tired of it. We have somebody in the hospital right now. We have people. We have service.
Tell them that the oat chai is very good. The oat
You have more customers. Is it open for business?
They're asking if it's open. They're asking if it's open for business.
They're asking if it's open for business, you guys.
Yes, come in. I got it.
You guys can come in. Can we come? Yeah, you guys can come in. She's trying to order stops the story, by the way.
Hey bro, y'all can do this somewhere completely different. I want to hear your side. Why don't you tell me about what's going on?
I'm okay. I'd rather just chill.
That's what I'm saying. Y'all fresh on even from here, but the niggas from here, y'all not doing nothing for it.
No, mientras la gente sea pacífica, no me
Pero el príncipe de Venezuela se dijo, yo no estoy con ella, no me pienso que está totalmente abogado, pero acá no permito que nadie agreda a nadie.
Sir, I've asked you a few times. Let's start the war. Hey, you need to get out. I've asked you a few times not to create a commotion in here.
I'm not creating a commotion.
Yes, you are. You're yelling. You need to leave right now. I'm the manager of this shift.
You're going to ask John Bolton to leave? I'm shocked. I work for the president.
Sir, you were just yelling in here.
I work for the president. I don't believe this. This is ridiculous. We need our war in Venezuela. We need their gold, their oil, their diamonds. Come on, America, steal. You're good at it.
Thank you all. We're sorry for the disturbance.
Well, let's buy something. I'll tell you what. Why don't we buy something? You want to?
Yeah, we better go.
I've already asked you to leave.
All right.
You started yelling. I had already asked you not to. Thank you.
I believe in freedom of the press. The other one is trying to
Sir, would you be willing to just talk about what just happened? Just from your perspective?
I'd rather not.
Okay.
Thank you.
Have a good one.
Go. Come on. Let's go. Go. Well, we're trying to get Mr. Trump. I don't know why he's listening to me, but I'm the real man in the White House, and Trump's going to listen to me. We're going to have that war in Venezuela. We're going to send the Marines. He's going to be the greatest president since George Washington, even a better president, because he's going to take his advice from me, John Bolton, and I know how to make a man out of President Trump. Okay. You'll see. We'll get our war. I'm the real power and the real brains of the White House. Just you wait.
Get our bloodshed.
We'll get our bloodshed too. And we're going to get Venezuela's diamonds and oil. And we're going to let these people raid the embassy too and then arrest them after they do it for us. We're not stupid. We know we can't attack people in the embassy. We're going to let the goon squad do it for us, and then we'll deport every single one of those creeps. because we're smart. We're smarter than they are. And we know how to do regime change the right way, okay? That's where we're coming from. We know how to do regime change the right way, the Republican Party way, okay?
Yeah. Basically, whenever someone else doesn't show up, they can buy it from me. Oh, okay.
I can't believe they threw John Bolton out of this place. I can't believe it. I work for the president. This is ridiculous. I'm always loud.
That's true.
Say that again? What's your name? David Barrows. Yeah, he's a boy, A-R-R-O-W-S.
Impose crippling sanctions on people that make their lives even more miserable. And it's ridiculous for the U.S. government to say that it cares about the well-being of the Venezuelan people when it has sanctions that are making the lives...
A place to eat.
So things have slowed down a little.
Trying to get in?
Oh, no.
West.
No.
¿Qué me trae aquí? Bueno, yo soy venezolana. Americano de la organización de Code Pink.
Sorry, I didn't mean to disturb you. Go ahead.
It's not the filter.
We've seen reports that show that at least 40,000 people have died because of the sanctions.
Yeah,
And
John
we have
Bolton,
people
can't
who
you
are
tell?
outside the embassy.
I'm the guy, I'm the real man in the White House. You know I am. I'm going to put hair in that man's chest yet. Make him a war president. You know how people like to rally around the flag? Yeah, just start a war. Start your own war. Be independent. Start your own war. Then we can get their oil, their gold, their diamonds, and these people can attack the embassy, and then we'll deport them afterwards, and then we'll take the embassy over and put our fake ambassador in there, Vecchio. You know, it's real simple. When you got the arms and the missiles, and you can terrorize the world, you can take all of its resources for yourself.
Against Iraq to try to change that government, and when Maduro, who was the Secretary of State at the time, was asked if it was worth the death of what was estimated 500,000 children in the United States, she said yes, it was worth it. But there is a new level of using economic sanctions under the Trump administration.
Actually,
using them in Iran.
He thought you were, I think, wanting to be the real John.
Y prohibiendo la entrada sin agresividad, simplemente bloqueando.
Maybe you thought it was sincere.
Here for an interview, just to kind of run through everything. Just from your perspective, what happened?
So we're here outside of Baked and Wired. It's a very popular bakery in Georgetown, a street away from the Venezuelan embassy. We were essentially, they were trying to hold a press conference to explain what's going on, but of course their side of the story is a little bit skewed and not exactly the facts. We always urge the media to reach out directly to the Venezuelan people that have family back home that know what's going on. Code Pink and Answer Coalition are blaming all the issues in Venezuela on the U.S. and on the sanctions, on the actions that our President Donald Trump has taken. The problems in Venezuela have been around for years and years. This regime has been in place for over 20 years at this point, and this is not something that just started happening with the sanctions. So yesterday during our press conference, Code Pink sabotaged everything. Medea herself told me in my face, "How did your press conference go?" Very sarcastic. So of course we weren't going to stay quiet today. It's only fair. Unfortunately, we've reached this point. But what we can't.
The U.S. there's no flu in Venezuela.
Look what just happened. They barged into a private business. I mean, how ironic is it? They're taking over an embassy which is not theirs. Now they're appropriating a private business and causing commotion, blocking customers from coming in.
I'm going to see if I can cancel this.
Oh, you've done that to my
Have you ever been
friends.
to Puerto Rico, which is in the United States?
And as a business owner, I told the Bacon Wired folks this is not good press for you guys. They were very, very helpful in controlling the situation. But unfortunately,
I'm responsible for the actions of my government, and U.S. military intervention never ends well.
Okay, fine. You don't want the intervention? That's fine. Go protest in the Congress, go protest at the White House, but get out of our embassy. You are not Venezuelan. You are insulting the Venezuelan people by being there.
We're standing up for the Vienna Convention. We don't think any group or any mob, whatever their cause, should be allowed to attack an embassy. The embassy belongs to the elected government of Venezuela. And until you resolve the problems...
I agree. There shouldn't be some foreigners in our embassy. I agree. There should not be a bunch of foreigners in our embassy.
No one voted for him for president.
Nothing to do whether I think Maduro is great or not.
You clearly don't know anything about our Constitution.
But listen, it has to do with international law. You cannot attack an embassy. Period.
Then those invaders need to get out of our land. How do those people who try to talk about...
How come Guaido could get nowhere?
No, they try to talk about interventionism. They're intervening in our embassy. You want to go protest? Go protest Congress. Go tell the White House you don't want intervention. Get out of our embassy. Get out of our embassy.
Permission of your
You are a foreigner. You are not Venezuelan.
International monitors in that election. Your side decided to boycott and therefore forfeited any chance.
You don't know anything about the election. You clearly are misinformed.
You know who observed our elections? Your guy, Kevin. That is not...
And I wish they'd observe our elections here because many of our states it was rigged. So I wish those people would come here and observe our elections.
Who else has that elections are rigged? Donald Trump, and you think that they were rigged too. That's cool. You think the same thing as Donald Trump. That's awesome. You don't believe in the U.S. institutions. You say the same thing as Donald Trump. You say the same thing as Donald Trump.
But who's behind Guaido? Donald Trump.
No. You know who's behind Guaido?
The Venezuelan people.
We are behind Guaido. This is a Venezuelan movement. Stop taking away our agency. We have worked for this.
You need to use your time. You need to use your time more wisely.
He will deport you because he doesn't care about any one of you. He wants your oil. He wants your diamonds.
You care about us, right?
So you're not a Venezuelan.
I'm an American.
Because immigrants can't be citizens. You're a fucking racist. You think immigrants can't be Americans. That's
Do you guys care about us?
You don't think
I can be
immigrants
both,
can become
sir.
Americans. You don't think that immigrants can become American.
My
That's
mom was
fucking racist.
born in this country, and I was born in Maracaibo. I can be both.
Exactly what he wants you to do.
Donald Trump. Elections are rigged. Okay, Mr. Donald Trump.
All right, but that's the man you're following. You're doing just what Trump wants.
Do yourself a favor. Go get yourself some.
Miss, I'm with Breitbart News. Can you just talk about what just happened?
Can I not? I work for the government, so technically I can't give you interviews.
Okay. Can you say your name or
You can say Veronica.
Okay. Can you guess?
I'm a student.
And are you Venezuelan?
I am. I'm Venezuelan American. I'm Venezuelan. I was born in Venezuela. My family lives in Venezuela.
And just what do you just think about that?
One of the things that pisses me off the most about people like that is that, one of the things that makes me really upset about that is that they say this is a Donald Trump-led thing. They're taking away our agency. We have agency as Venezuelans. We have worked for this for 20 years. And they say it's a Donald Trump thing. All the lives that have been lost, all the protests, all of the people who have devoted their lives to fight this oppressive regime. And they like to say this is Donald Trump behind it, taking away our hard work and our agency. And then they say, you know what they're saying? They're saying we're white supremacists. Imagine if a right-wing group had taken over, if a right-wing extremist group, like they are, extremist left group, had taken over an embassy. Can you imagine? That would be all over the news.
Boom. Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
What's your name?
Alejandra.
Alejandra. Marisa.